Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Aizamk is back. Back again. Tell a friend. Well, he didn't really go anywhere. But from now on, I will be uploading probably one Aizamk video a week. And to kick it off, we do have a sort of challenge where Aizamk has said he's going to play each civilization once, but cannot go to the Fortress Age. So he's going to be staying Colonial play only. And I'll let him explain that a bit more in the start of the video. But firstly, I'd like to do a few shout-outs. Yeah, I'm really sorry, I'm going to butcher this. But hopefully that's part of the fun. And we'll see if I've improved next time. But yes, a big shout-out to Zdrajca Metalu. And a big shout out to Matt and Kyle Martin as well. Those ones I could do a bit more easily, so I'm sorry. But really, thank you very much, guys, for your generous support on Patreon. And to everyone else who pledges as well. The Patreon launch went really well. You'll remember that channel update I did sort of at the start of October. I said there I had sort of a month off work. Sadly, that is now coming to an end. I was hoping that I could have done more with that month off, but sort of halfway through it, I got appendicitis, and for about 4 days, I was feeling really not very well. I was sort of bedridden, and then I went to hospital, and I had an operation to remove my appendix, and I was there for a week, and now, you know, I'm out now. I'm perfectly fine, back to normal now, nothing wrong with me anymore, but that was not really how I was expecting to spend my time off work. But we did get this Patreon up in that time, though, in my time off work, and also the ESOC tournaments. We've done quite a lot of casting there, so I have done some things. I was just wishing it could have been more. But regardless of that, the launch went really well. It's only been our first month on Patreon, and we're already halfway, in fact over halfway, towards completing the first goal. So really, thank you very much, guys. We're currently doing 2 videos a week on this channel, but once we get to that first goal, we'll up that to at least 3. And we say at least 3 because the plan was actually, me and Jim would like to do 4 videos a week, which sort of makes sense, because that would be 2 from me and 2 from MC Jim. But we said at least 3, just because we thought every now and again it might be difficult to reach that target, you know, like over Christmas and things like that. So we say at least 3 with the intention of actually doing 4. But yes, thank you very much to everyone that pledges, and hopefully with another month we can reach the goal. But I've said enough. Without further ado, I'll hand you over to Aizamk.
Okay, so basically, as it says, Colonial is the limit. Which basically means I'm trying to win a game by staying in Colonial, no matter who it's against. This does pose a problem when I'm against this particular player, but we'll try that anyway. I just thought I would spice it up a bit. I should probably be making a proper deck for this, but I'll just see if I have something decent. This is decent enough. We'll use it for H2, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out all these H4 cards, all of these cards, and put in some H1 cards. So we definitely need advance this, advance that. Maybe we need advanced rice paddy as well. I never know when that might come in handy. And we're going to need some eco cards in H1 as well. So go with that. We can't go with that much. Suppose this would do as well. Land grab as well, perhaps. And I think we should be good to go here. Yeah, possibly pioneers. That's all we can fit in an H2 deck. So let's go with that and hope it doesn't become a water deck. Honestly, I'm not sure if this is actually going to work, but I mean, we'll see. At the very least, should be an interesting experience. I'm just going to use one civ. It doesn't matter who my opponent is. It could be Kinesi, it could be Tabin, it could be Imturk, anyone who comes along. Basically, I'm just going to play 27, well, I mean not 27, 14 consecutive games on stream. 1 with each civ, and just stay Colonial with all of them. And hope it's not a water map, because if it's a water map, then this deck is not going to be very useful. Not very useful at all. PR does not matter, whoever I'm playing against. It's just I'm doing my own, what I always do, right? Just I do my own thing regardless of who it is. Okay? and he may or may not be aware of it, but he will be aware that something is up once he checks my deck, if he checks my deck. I mean, who's going to check my deck, right? I mean, like, what does checking my deck even tell you? Thank you for the donation, whoever just donated. I will have to check that right now first, actually. Who just donated? I assume it might be Interjection, but just double checking. We'll start off, and of course there will be commentary. So China against Aztec on hopefully, okay, it's a water map. Oh, great. Okay, so China versus Aztec. First of all, I'm just going to be quiet and do my normal China stuff. In other words, all the macro stuff. I just messed that up already. So you can tell that things aren't going so well just yet. At least I managed to get my first village in queue. Anyway, I think what's important in this kind of situation against such an aggressive civ, maybe I should turn off the music, because it might be a bit loud, so I will turn it off right now. And now you just listen to my voice. But what's going to happen is that because it is against Aztec, which will generally have some sort of aggressive agenda, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to well, obviously I'm first going to stay age 2, because that's the whole point of this whole thing. But I'm also going to try just age up, and I'm going to age up in a way which does not require me to chop that extra 100 wood, though of course if I find a wood treasure then I might opt for it anyway. Is that a wood treasure? That's an XP treasure. So okay, so first of all, looking at the map, you can see that he's just got himself 135 XP treasure. Wow. And there's a lot of nice big treasures here. I'm going to kill the polar bear because I want XP. And what I'm actually going to do here, aside from picking a very good deck, is I'm going to try something which I've started doing recently. Is instead of sending northern refugees, because I only started with one village anyway, I'm going to start sending furrier first. And what that will do is that it'll actually still help me age up slightly faster, because when you're in age 1, all your villagers are pretty much going to be taking food anyway. So it's kind of like a 1.5, if not 2 villager shipment. Plus it helps you later on in the game, so why not? Why not? Right. I'm just spreading out my villagers a bit, so you can see that's at 16 so the 16 meat on that, so there's been a lot of walking time, and just spreading things out a bit more. And just spreading things out a bit more. You basically just want to avoid them moving on to some hunt somewhere. Like if they killed that and then went off all the way on the left hand side, that would have been very good. Maybe I can pick up a TP in transition. You can see he's got schooners, so already this does not seem like it's going to go very well. I mean, who knows? Who knows? He's got some pretty nice treasures as well. Excuse me. He has 150 food, which is over there, so he's nearby, and hopefully he does not steal this. At the very least, he might be trying to just, yeah. So what I'm going to do is just going to run away here, and then you're going to attack. And now I can start building my first thing, which will be that. See, still a decent age up time. Now I'm going to use my disciple to see if there's any villagers actually building any. I don't want to get caught there. Building any war huts on that side. And now just get there. You can see just building over here, and hopefully there's nothing. Well, I mean, not hopefully. I'd say in this situation I'd say hopefully there are some villagers doing a forward base. Because there are no villagers doing a forward base, I've resigned myself to the fact that this was not going to be a winnable game, because there will be 3 docks over here. Maybe. Apparently not. Maybe things will be fine. Who knows? So what I'm going to do is, first of all, get a few upgrades. He's getting the TPs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a villager down here. Just hopefully that can snare. So what I basically deduced is that okay, he's okay, never mind, not worth it. So he's going to get the full TP line. He's going to do some kind of boom with it. There's nothing I can do about it because well, explorer not in the right spot. So basically I wanted to at least take one trading post, but that's not going to be possible with this villager. It would just go down anyway. So what is the next plan? I guess first of all I want to repel whatever rush comes. I'm not sure there is going to be a rush, but we'll go for 8 2 canoes first, switch that over to that, switch that, build myself a war academy in that location, and of course start gathering up these crates, keeping these on wood. Now obviously this may or may not be a good thing to send. I mean, well, whatever. My first batch is going to be actually not be bow and old hand. It's going to be the standard army. I'm going to actually go up ahead and try to do a bit of damage, if at all possible, using these guys. Next shipment is going to be the wood, of course. He's already got me in line of sight. What can I do about that? Nothing much. Go back, send 700 wood, and just maybe start herding some of this as well. And now hopefully he is not, I'm going to use the word hopefully a lot of times here, but hopefully he is not on water. Haha, wishful thinking. Get a few more upgrades at the same time. There's a nice thing over here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the XP treasure in lieu of anything else, and because I don't think he's going to have any things just yet. He's got stagecoach, so he's also been delayed for a slight while. Should probably change that. He's got pumas out, which is good for me to a certain extent. So what I'm going to do is just pick that up, and my next shipment is going to be I guess might as well get 300 export and get something out from that. I'm going to go back, sorry that was a misclick. I'm going to go back and just keep training Juko new step here, and I don't want to commit too hard. He's obviously well, he's obviously making some units, so I'll just go around the map getting treasures. 100 wood is also fine as well, but I should probably start spreading out my stuff. See, his score is ahead, but that's to be expected, I would say. Again, I'm not actually doing very optimal stuff at the moment, but I do expect to be able to go at some point. I'll go with villagers next, because I do believe I'm approaching the limit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with I suppose go with British allies. There's no point. Let's go with French ally. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to garrison all of these. Yeah. And what I'm going to do now is go there, and this is a good time to actually do some kind of trap. So first of all, you need to get everything in position. And now that everything is in position, roughly in position, now I go in. And he's kind of baited, I'd say. And just gonna go here. And hopefully something good can come out of it. And hopefully that's alright. Yeah, that was not too bad. Just keep on doing stuff here and hopefully it works. Villagers can come out the town center now because it seems to be working well. And now it's time to go in. Let's just keep going in. I'm not sure, actually I think rather than pikemen I'm going to go for step riders. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to trade at the market because I need to get this, and I also need some kind of a backup in behind. So I'm going to be training disciples right from there. Now I'm probably going to be able to take down the forward base because of how these young guard stuff is. And what's happening here is that because he's going to have to rebuild his stuff, I'm going to actually just siege that down and actually go forward to see where he's building his next next war hut. Here's his next war hut. Better go there and siege it down ASAP. Now that's not going to work, is it? Okay. So as I said, basically war huts take a long time to build, and most people aren't going to actually get them there in time. What am I trying to say here? Most people, they're not going to have the right timing to build it, and as soon as the thing is down. So I think now should be right. The Grenadiers will take care of most stuff. Again, just gonna do all these things here, move these forward. I can probably get another thing out relatively soon. And now we go on, same concept as before. We don't want to let him get his war hut up. I'll probably get that upgrade as well. So I'm going to go forward with these. And these, actually I'm going to siege down this at the same time. Same concept as before. We don't want the war hut to go up too much, too far in advance. I don't know if you can get to it, I'm going to say. But basically we don't want him to get the momentum, or at least you don't want to let him get oh, he's got two of them up now. Smart guy. What I'm going to do is actually going to retreat here for a while and just siege things down. My monk did go down, so what I'm going to do is send villagers forward over here, and I'm actually going to basically I might as well get wood crates and then switch off, and should probably redistribute my villagers here. So that's what I'm going to do. And now I'm just going to siege that down as well. What I'm going to do is actually also send my step riders back. So here, and yep, I'm going to get this next tier upgrade once my wood crates arrive. These should be okay to kill. Yeah, okay. So where's my wood crates? Wood crates are there, no wonder. Okay, so just trying to get down as much of this as possible, and just a gale. Okay, just gonna retreat for a while, and I can probably get myself another one of these and another one of those. Now things seem to be going well so far, interestingly enough. Now I'm going to see, because he needs to, by this time he should be starving a bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send these step riders down here to siege down the final trading post, but at the same time I'm going to have to start just looking for his villages as well, because I do have this card which gives, oh actually I don't have Mongolian scores just yet, so actually I'm going to cancel that and go for villagers, because I've got all the things up already. Yeah, go back now. Can't overstay my welcome. Here comes a market. Oops. Well, there it goes. I'm being a bit cautious over here. Now it's time for Brit Consulate, so we'll do that. Over here. Things are doing fairly well actually. Now I'm going to do. I just need to put these on there. Oops. And we can probably change all these off here. I think now is a good time to push again, so because I just had my Brit Consulate, and I should probably be basically spreading out a bit more. So what I'm going to do is going to go in here, spread out a bit more, spread out. Once again, just keep on trying to avoid the killing the things which don't matter as much. There we go. Okay. It just keeps going in and keep going in. Now what I'm going to do now is actually send these onto here. Oops. Start doing there. Okay, so China actually managed to win. Interesting. Alright. Not bad. Not bad for a start. Okay. So as usual, the point in time where I got the advantage is when he went near my town center, which is kind of a weird thing to do. Well, that happened. Interesting. Okay, so that we can cross out China now, and we go to goals. And how do you cross this out? I'll just go done. W for win. Okay. Actually, no. There's no need to just say W for win. Done. Yeah, done. I mean, yeah. Incidentally, this guy got second place. Just saying. Alright, so next civ is going to be Japanese.